Have you ever noticed how a single word from someone you love can change your entire mood? A sigh, a careless tone, and suddenly it feels like your peace has been stolen. Relationships are beautiful, but they are also mirrors, reflecting not only love, but also the insecurities we carry. The real challenge is learning how to remain unbothered, even when others push our buttons. Often, the smallest things hit the hardest, not because of what was said today, but because of the wounds of yesterday. When your partner makes a sharp comment, it might touch an old bruise, a memory of being overlooked or criticized. The present moment becomes amplified by the past. Awareness is the first step. Instead of reacting instantly, pause and ask, why did this affect me so deeply? More often than not, the answer lies beneath the surface. The mind is a storyteller, and often a cruel one. A short tone can turn into an invented story. They must not love me. They don't care. But this is assumption, not fact. To stay calm, you must separate truth from imagination. When you feel yourself spiraling, ask, did they actually say this? Or is this my mind filling in the blanks? That single question creates space to breathe and respond with clarity. Boundaries are not just set with people, but within yourself. Your partner's emotions do not define you. Their storm is not your storm. Inner boundaries act like filters. They allow love and truth in, but block unnecessary negativity. This doesn't mean shutting them out, but refusing to let their passing moods become your permanent state. Another powerful practice is the pause. Most conflicts don't escalate because of what was said, but because of how quickly we reacted. The pause is strength. It gives you space to shift from impulse to wisdom. Rarely do we regret waiting to respond, but often we regret reacting too soon. Calmness is not weakness, it is mastery. In communication, clarity is everything. Replace blame with ownership. Instead of, you never listen, try, I feel unheard when I'm interrupted. Calm tones build bridges, while accusations build walls. Speak not to win an argument, but to win understanding. Healthy detachment is also key. It's not coldness, it's choosing not to drown in someone else's emotions. You stand steady on the shore, offering support without being swept away. This strength builds respect and trust because your partner feels safe around your steadiness. Of course, you won't always get it right. Triggers will still happen. That's why reset rituals matter. Journaling, deep breathing, or self-compassion. These simple practices help you return to balance quickly, turning setbacks into lessons. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns in what triggers you. By identifying them, you take away their power and prepare better responses. Resilience is built in the small, daily habits: mindfulness, exercise, gratitude. These strengthen your peace like muscles, so when conflict comes, you bend instead of break. Calmness then becomes not just your shield, but your gift. People are drawn to those who remain steady in chaos. Peace is magnetic. In big conflicts, remember, the goal is not to win the fight, but to protect the connection. You can stand firm without rage, set boundaries without hostility, and speak your truth without losing respect. Calm does not avoid conflict, it transforms it. At the heart of love, there will always be triggers and storms. You cannot control what others say or do, but you can control yourself. Being unbothered means loving fully without losing yourself. It means protecting your peace again and again. Because the truth is, the greatest power in love is power over your own state of mind. So ask yourself, will you let every wave toss you around, or will you choose to be the anchor? Peace is not something others can give you. It is something you build. And once you build it, no one can take it away. Every relationship, no matter how beautiful, will test you. Not because love is broken, but because love exposes the parts of us that still need healing. You will be triggered. You will feel misunderstood. But remember this, the storm is not the enemy. The storm is the training ground. Calmness is not learned on calm days. It is learned when the winds are against you. Think about it. The people who test your patience the most are often the ones teaching you the most. Every sigh, every sharp word, every silence, they are all invitations to practice self-mastery. The question is never, why are they like this? The question is always, who do I choose to be in response? That choice determines whether you grow stronger or remain trapped in the same cycle. When emotions run high, the easy path is blame. They ruined my peace? But the Stoics remind us, no one has the power to disturb you unless you hand them the key. The insult does not hurt you. Your interpretation of it does. The silence does not break you. Your story about it does. Reclaim the key. Guard your inner world. That is true freedom. Sometimes, the greatest act of strength is silence. Not the silence of resentment, but the silence of clarity. You don't need to react to everything. Not every comment deserves a response. Silence, when chosen with wisdom, can be louder than words. It says, I control myself. I will not be moved by your storm. This silence is not weakness. It is power. But calmness doesn't mean passivity. Calmness means choosing the right moment, the right words, the right action. Like a warrior waiting for the perfect strike, you don't rush. You hold your ground, you speak with purpose, and because you are calm, your words carry more weight. Anger shouts, wisdom whispers. But it is wisdom that echoes the longest. Let's be honest, this path is not easy. You will fail, you will lose your patience, you will say things you regret. But even that is part of the journey. Do not shame yourself for slipping. Instead, use it as fuel to grow. Every failure is data. Every conflict is a mirror. Ask, what did I learn about myself today? Where can I do better tomorrow? This humility turns setbacks into stepping stones. You must also remember this truth. People are fighting battles you cannot see. The sharp word from your partner may not be about you. It may be their own pain speaking. When you choose calmness, you refuse to mirror their chaos. Instead, you become a reminder that peace is possible. And sometimes that calmness is the greatest gift you can give them. Detachment is not coldness. It is maturity. It is the ability to love without losing yourself, to care deeply without clinging desperately, to remain present without being consumed. When you detach, you create space for love to breathe. You stop suffocating the relationship with overreaction, and instead, you let it grow in freedom. Think about how powerful it is to walk into a room, no matter what energy is there, and remain unshaken. To carry your peace like armor. That is influence. That is strength. People may not always remember your words, but they will always remember how steady you were when everything else was shaking. In the end, staying unbothered in relationships is not about pretending you don't care. It's about caring deeply while choosing not to be controlled by emotions. It's about standing firm in your truth, calm in your heart, and steady in your soul. This is the highest form of love because it does not demand, it does not cling, it does not break. It endures. So the next time your peace is tested, pause, breathe. Remember who you are. Remember that your power is not in controlling them, but in mastering yourself. When you remain unbothered, you win, not over them, but over yourself. And that victory will carry you through every storm, every conflict, every test. Because in the end, the true goal is not just to be loved, it is to be free. Free from fear, free from reaction, free from anything that can steal your inner peace. And once you find that freedom, you discover that love itself becomes stronger, deeper, and more unshakable than ever before.